Vlogmas week 2. Today is Sunday, and if you watched my week 1 video, you will know that I recorded a little bit this morning and added it on to the end of week 1 because I was behind on opening my adverts, oh my gosh, my advents, because I'm sick. Like, I've even got lines in my head, which isn't anything to do with me being sick, obviously. Just getting from walking Phoebe and I was wearing my hat. So not only do I have hat hair, I also have a very liney forehead. So keeping it real over here. I feel bad, I feel terrible, if I'm honest. I haven't done very much today. We popped out to Sainsbury's because we needed food. And we were going to go for breakfast or brunch, I guess, at that point, because it was pretty late in the day. But on the way, Dan's parents called because they were popping in, but we didn't know what time, and they were at our front door. So they let themselves in. We have a key safe, and so they know the code for that. So it did make me laugh because, first of all, they were just posting dog treats through the letterbox for Phoebe. They were like, well, Phoebe's definitely there. They could see her like pacing the hallway. So they were feeding her dog treats through the letterbox, which was really cute. She was probably like, what is going on? Yeah, so we didn't go for brunch. We just ran around Sainsbury's like absolute lunatics, shoving stuff in our basket. And who knew you could fill a basket and spend 80 quid nowadays? Yeah, ridiculous. But anyway, we shoved stuff in our basket and got out of there and came back and had tea with them. We made a cup of tea, bought some cookies at Sainsbury's because calories do not count when you're sick. That's what I was telling Dan. I was like, I just want all the junk. I don't want to eat anything healthy. I can't really taste anything anyway. I don't think it's COVID. I haven't totally lost my taste, but you know when you've got a cold and you're just like, there's nothing I fancy. There's no point. I feel like food is a waste, but whatever. So yeah, we just hung out with them for a bit, chatting about stuff and Christmas plans and decorating the house, because there are some rooms, well, we haven't done a lot in the house to be fair, but we want to do the stairs and like the landing up here. So we were kind of talking to them about it and getting their opinions. And yeah, once they'd left, I did some more of my secret craft, which isn't quite going as I had hoped. I've run into a couple of challenges with that, but that's okay. If I'm honest, I feel so rough, I couldn't be bothered. I just said to Dan, put them to one side and we'll look at this another time, because he was helping me. I don't have the physical, mental energy for this right now. So yeah, we then, by this point, like the time just flies at the weekend. It was then like 3 o'clock. So we literally sat on the sofa. Dan cooked bacon sandwiches because, you know, keeping it real. We had those for our brunch instead of going out. And we caught up on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We've been watching that. I mean, it's not my favourite programme, but it's a good filler for just sitting there and knitting. You don't have to pay too much attention. So we're up to date on that. I had finished the first hot water bottle, but I had to do the tubular bind off and I didn't feel like doing that last night. So I did sit and do that. And I have cast on the second one. So I feel like that's pretty good progress for the day. And then I had to put that down and we had to go walk Phoebe. So yeah, I'm tired now. Dad did say like halfway around, we've got like a little route that we do around here. Do you just want to head back and I'll finish walking her? And I was like, no, it's fine, I'm out now. Like, let's just crack on. So I did, but I kind of regret that. So yeah, there hasn't really been very much to show you today. I haven't done much. I've laid on the sofa. And honestly, one of my friends, Jenny, messaged me and was like, oh no, the bug finally caught you, how are you feeling? And we were chatting and she was like, oh, can you take a sick day and knit tomorrow? And I was like, well, I could, and I would love to. And I guess if I was in any kind of ordinary job, I probably would, but I always feel terrible calling in sick to work because obviously there's no one else to replace me, and so then that impacts mum and dad's day. So I'll see how I feel tonight and in the morning. I am very aware that it's important to look after myself though too, and I have learned that as I've got older. And if I feel that terrible, then I won't, because honestly it's just school runs and I'm not going to want it, if I feel rubbish, get up just to drive them to school. So we'll see. I'm going to open Advent though. So I didn't open day 8 with you earlier because this is week 2 of Vlogmas and I didn't want to put it in week 1. So I'm going to open day 8 of the Camel's Yarn Advent and see where we're at. And I'll do as I did in the last episode. I'll, at the end of the week, line all the colours up together because I think that was really nice to see them. I don't have the best memory and I am pretty forgetful, so I found that really useful today to see them lined up because I forget what the other colours were and how they are going to look together. Sorry, I'm still trying to catch my breath. Whenever I get sick, it goes to my chest and my sinuses. I am asthmatic, so that is why. So I always, and I think I talk fast too, so I always end up struggling on my chest. Anyway, that was a little side note as to why I sound like I'm dying. I'm not, I'm just struggling to breathe. Today's colour is called Tangles and Dulse. I don't know if I'm pronouncing some of these right. But let's open it so I can go and veg out on the sofa a bit more. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting. I didn't really know what I was expecting though, to be honest. Look at this. I have put my, I can't remember the name of this, and I struggled with this in last week. Is it the genie lamp? I can't remember. You know the lamp that I was gifted? If you've been here a while, you'll know. I put that on instead of the main light in here, and I think it's better to show you the colourways. So that's stunning. Look at that. I do really like kind of a dark green. Oh yeah, look. I think that shows even better on the camera than it does in real life, to be honest. I'm loving that. That's number 8, so I'm guessing that's where we're going. I've only got 12 colours on this one. It's days 1 to 12. And then it changes. Oh, where have I put the... Oh, the other cards underneath. That's okay. Yeah, so that's Tangles and Dulse for today. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. I love these boxes. It's just the satisfaction of the... Don't know, just brings me joy. I also was going to talk to you about books a little bit. Oh, I didn't put those back. Oh, that's fine. I love to read, but I don't read very much because I spend a lot of my free time knitting and crafting. I really want to try and read a little bit more. So I can read and knit if I'm vanilla knitting, but that's not all that often. This is not going to actually be helpful because I thought, oh I do, I put them on the bookshelf. Hold that thought. I recently learnt that there is a book club in my village and I had no idea. I think they are a group of older ladies, but they had put a post up on our local Facebook group and quite a few other people were interested in joining, and I said I would like to join. So they are meeting in January, and their book for their January session is going to be The Summer Book by Tove Jansson. Not quite sure why we're reading a summer book in winter, but that's their choice. Sorry, I was just reading the little bit in the back. So it's quite a thin book. It doesn't have very many pages. 190, so that's quite a nice little read. But yes, I am going to make time in the new year for reading, and whilst that might impact my knitting a little, I just forget when I do read like how much I love it. So I'm gonna attempt to. I've recently found Book Talk, which has blown my mind. There are so many so many accounts on there that talk all things book, and it's getting me very excited for the new year. So I don't know if I already talked about this, but I've spoken to a few people about it, but I don't know if it was you guys. I don't think it was. I'm going to tell you again anyway. There's this place called 66 Books. Might be called the 66 Book Club. I don't know. It's in Hemel Hempstead in the UK, near Luton Airport. And I want to go so badly. So they have, they're a wholesaler, basically. They sell wholesale books. But one weekend a month, they have like an open day to the public. They're actually doing 2 in December. One was this weekend and one is next weekend, but I don't think I'm gonna make it this close to Christmas, so I'm gonna aim to go in the new year. But basically it's a warehouse and it's 2 floors and it's floor to ceiling of books, all types, children's, recipe, fiction, non-fiction, like a whole array. But from what I can tell, from what people have said, there is no organisation. So you literally just go up and down the aisles and see what you see. And the best part of it all is it's 70% off the RRP. So I would really like to go and get a little collection. I do already have a little book collection. I've got a fair few here that I haven't read yet, and I've got some on the unit outside. But what I'm really thinking of doing is getting some shelving in here. I haven't spoken to Dan about this yet, so Dan, if you're watching, this is really what I'd like to do. I'd like to get some shelving in here rather than have them all on this unit, because once we do our bedroom, this unit will go, because I'd like to make more space in here for like a day bed or something. So all of that to say is I'm going to try and read more, which means I need to get a bigger collection of books, which means I need some shelving to put said books on. I was going somewhere else with that though as well. Okay, I don't know where, but my plan is to try and join the book club. And Dan was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going to join this group of old people to go and read a book. They hold it in the pub, and our local village pub isn't the nicest pub. It looks a little bit like dodgy on the outside, and it's fine. We've been in there a few times, and you go in but everybody looks at you like, what are you doing in my pub? It's a bit like a whole EastEnders thing, but way more run down. It's not the best pub, but anyway, it's held there, and the ladies have been lovely, like, oh, we can't wait to meet you and share our love of literature. And I'm just a bit like, maybe this is like a proper book club. I was just looking for something really casual, probably read a book, go along, not really chat too much about the book, and then just end up talking. That's what I've done in all my other book clubs. It's not really been mainly focused on the book. We kind of talk about the book for like half an hour, and then we go off on a tangent and just talk about life. But we'll see. I said to Dan, I can't judge it until I've tried it. So I'm going to go along and see what it's like. But my aim for next year, and whilst this may not seem like a lot to a lot of you, is to read 2 books a month. Because for me, that's quite a lot. I love thriller books, like something that really gets you hooked and you have to just keep turning the pages. So I saw that this was a really good one recommended on Book Talk, so obviously went to buy this too. I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh apparently is a page turner, and obviously while I was there I treated myself to this lovely leather bookmark. I got these both in Waterstones along with the bookmark when I was in town on Friday with the girls. I just love to read. There's something about a book, the smell, just the physical page turning. I do try and do a lot of reading on my Kindle. I say a lot. If I read, generally it's on my Kindle, because I find that easier while I'm knitting, because you're not holding, obviously I can't hold a book and knit at the same time, but I can at least have either my Kindle app up on my Mac, or I can have my Kindle and like lean it against something and turn the pages. So where was I going with that? I don't know. But whether it's on my Kindle or whether it's some physical books, I'd like to do a little bit of a mixture of both. If I stay and join the book club, maybe I buy the book club book as a physical copy, because then I can put like sticky notes in the pages and go back to bits that, you know, I want to discuss in the meeting, and then maybe the rest on Kindle. yeah, I'm not really sure where I was going with that. So I'm going to aim for 24 books next year. I mean, I could probably do more if you think when you go on holiday and weekends I tend to get a bit more reading time, but I think I'll start as that being my aim, and see where I go. So if you have any book recommendations, please post them down below. I don't really love sci-fi, I don't really love fantasy, I don't mind a little bit of romance, but thrillers are my thing. I loved Verity by Colin Hoover, and I was just trying to think of the other ones that I've loved, that I've really liked. The Hike, that was a great one by Lucy Clark, and The Paris Apartment, can't remember who wrote that one, that's out there on my bookshelf. Anyway, book recs, if you've got any, please send them my way. I'll happily try anything, but thrillers are mostly my thing. I think I've said that about 5 times about thrillers, but I'm so tired. Yes, so that's my plan. I'm going to make more time for reading, and I'm not just starting in the new year. Like, I have been reading on my Kindle. I've been reading in the last few weeks. I've read The Pumpkin Spice Latte. No, The Pumpkin Spice Latte. See, I told you I'm ill. I can't even form sentences. The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. And then I read the follow-on from that, which is, oh golly Lucy, the bookshop one. There's another one after it. The Cinnamon Bun Bookshop. Haha, it came to me. And now I'm reading The Christmas Tree Farm. So it's kind of a bit of a trilogy. I don't think you have to have watched the words, read. I don't think you have to have read the others. You probably could read them as a standalone, but I started from the beginning and I'm reading through them, and they're quite nice. They are a bit more romancy, with a little bit of spice, as I hear people saying. So yeah, they've been pretty enjoyable so far, but I'm looking forward to getting stuck into those two. I have also seen, okay, I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent. I've seen on Amazon you can buy this little contraption that you clip to the side of your Kindle. Oh god, guys, I'm so sorry. That you clip to the side of your Kindle, and then it comes with a remote control. So I could have it leaning up on the side by the sofa, for instance. I mean, this seems really lazy, but I could then be sitting there knitting and then push the remote control and it turns the pages for you. Like, how amazing is that? And I've seen some people on BookTok that have got this amazing setup, and this might be taking it a bit far, but I get invested in all the things. They've got like a book holder, it's like this big arm, and it will hook to your bed. Like, you can either do it over your head and bring it over you as you're kind of laying down, that holds your Kindle, and you can do the same, just read and then like click the button when you want to turn the page. I think that's amazing. Haven't tried it. It's on my gift list on Amazon. I might treat myself to it one day, but I'm going to see how I go. It works pretty fine on my Mac, to be fair. I can just push the button and, you know, I think that's a bit lazy, but I liked it, and if it helps anyone else out there, then, you know, I probably should go. It's been 19 minutes and I am struggling to form sentences and getting words all wrong. So I'm going to go downstairs and I am going to rest a little more. It's 6:45, so we probably should do some dinner, but I'm hoping Dan will do that. And then, yeah, that will be us for the rest of the night. You won't see me again today. But I will try and do a bit of vlogging this week. I don't know what that looks like. I don't have any exciting plans, really. I should be at work tomorrow. We'll see how I feel. And then Dan is away for a couple of nights. So, yeah, I'm hoping that I feel better for that, because walking Phoebe and doing all of the things on your own when you feel sick is not ideal. But I hope you're having a lovely, lovely weekend or week by the time you see this, and I will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.
Good morning. It is Monday, the 9th of December, and I'm still sick. I actually feel worse today, but I did go and take the children to school. I did message this morning and said that I felt really bad. Kind of take the day off whilst they're at school, because today's meant to be a half nanny, half admin day. And then I said I'll see how I feel for pickup later. And I really didn't feel like doing the school run at all, if I'm honest, but I have to get up and take Phoebe out for a walk anyway. Dan wasn't able to. He left at 6 AM this morning, so what can you do? Although I have made a rookie error and I didn't take a towel and it's pouring with rain, so I am going to go home and get a towel and probably her coat and take her somewhere a bit more fun for a walk, because she's still on lead walks until the end of the week. I'm a bit sick of walking around the same area, so she probably is too. And so as I've got a little bit more time, even though I feel rubbish, I know that she will then be tired enough to give me a good break today. Because if we're just in the house all day and she hasn't had a good walk, she's gonna pester me. So I know it's worth it to take her out on a decent walk. So I'm going to take her somewhere that I haven't taken her in a while. Yeah, and hope that that tires her out a little bit. But first I'm going to go home, get her a towel and a coat and make a coffee. I'm not even sure I fancy that, to be honest, but I'm going to do it. Sorry, I'm sniffly. And yeah, take her on a walk, and then we're gonna sit on the sofa and we're gonna feel sorry for ourselves and we're gonna knit, hopefully, if I feel okay, maybe a bit of reading, and I'm probably not going to go back to work. My boss did say that they could cover the afternoon as they're around, so that might work out quite nicely, because I can't really be sick for the next couple of days because they're both out on full days, so they do need me. So it might be best that I just rest today, recover, and then I'm good for tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and get those things and a coffee, and I'm gonna take you on a walk. I'm gonna take you with me all day today, although it's going to be dull and we're just going to be around the house. It will give me the opportunity to be able to talk to you and maybe show you what I'm working on. So let's do it. Let's face the rain. Good morning. We're walking. The coffee has been consumed. Phoebe's coat is on. I've got the towel and we are walking in the woods. It's her favourite place, this particular walk. I feel a bit bad because she loves like running through the trees and, you know, chasing all the squirrels, but we're still on lead walks, so probably not all that fun for her, but it's better than just walking the pavements, right? That's what I tell myself. Anyway, quite a hilly forest, and I didn't really think about that when the cold goes right to my chest, but never mind. We're taking it easy, we're taking it slow. We're wrapped up warm, maybe a little too warm. Got my Oslo hat on by Petite Knit, one of my favourite knitting patterns. I think actually I'm sporting all Petite Knit because I also have, can I show you, my penny gloves. This Oslo hat is made with stunning yarn from Beautiful Knitters. It's one of their own brands, and one of the ladies that works there dyes it, and then it's branded under Beautiful Knitters. It's stunning yarn. I love it. I bought it specifically for this hat. And these are, I'm pretty sure it's a colourway held with a white mohair. Pretty sure the colourway is by Skein Queen. I think it's like flamingo or something. And then I'm not sure what the mohair is, just a random strand of white mohair. But they're super, super cozy, although I am thinking of making a non-mohair version, maybe with a DK yarn or something. Not sure. That's what I think about when I'm walking, like, I'm already pretty warm because I'm in my dry robe, but
layers is key. And I know that when I get home the house is going to be pretty chilly because I don't have the heating set while we're at work. I'll probably turn it on, but yeah, as I'm not meant to be there, the heating won't be scheduled to be on. But Phoebes is in her coat. She doesn't like it, and bless her, she does look a bit crazy in it. But, and I don't really do it for warmth because, you know, she's got such a big fur coat anyway, but just to keep her clean, because as you can imagine, the woods are really muddy and she's just a mud monster. Even on a lead walk, like, it all just sprays up and her belly gets disgusting. And she loves to go on our bed and on our sofa, so the only way is to put a coat on her to keep her clean. These are the Equifleeces. It's the brand Equifleece. Very good if you have a dog and you haven't tried them. She's got two. She's got this one and a pink one. Bless her. This one is well, one of the back legs was kind of ripped off almost from doggy daycare, so I had to sew it back on. So she looks a bit like, you know, the poor kid with the the mended clothes. But it does the job, it's the function. And then Dan's mum very kindly bought her a bright pink one, which is really cute, but it doesn't have back legs, which actually is better and easier to put on her, and it's very cute. But she wore it at the weekend, so that's a nosh. Anyway, that's my chat about dog coats. She looks very cute though. I think it's adorable. Phoebes, no, she smelt something. We're being dragged along. But yeah, that's that. So then hopefully she'll be clean when we get home and we can snuggle on the sofa together. Gonna go and make a lemon sip. I love a lemon sip when I'm unwell. It's just like very nostalgic. I'm gonna sit on the sofa and do some more of the second hot water bottle because I cast it on yesterday and did all... Sorry, I got cut off. My watch interrupted my recording because it thinks I'm working out, which I guess I am technically. What was I saying? Lemon sip, sofa, hot water bottle. I cast it on yesterday and did all of the increases, so now I can start the colour work. So yeah, that's what I'm going to work on when I get home, and I'd like to get the gusset picked up and decreased back down on the sock for Dan's mum. Sorry, I'm trying to work out where I am. Where are we, P? We haven't taken this turning for a while. Anyway, I'm going to go because I need to figure out where I am. But yes, we're going to go home and do some knitting. See you soon. Afternoon. You have scraped back hair. Look at this. This is the situation we're dealing with right now. I didn't go back to work this afternoon. I just feel too rough. Excuse me. And Honestly, I've sat on the sofa all day. I've got up occasionally. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Got fluff on me. This is from the dog. So my boss has gone to pick the children up from school, thankfully, and I'm going to relax a bit more. I've lost the daylight though. I did forget about Advent. It's 4 o'clock and it's already pretty dark. Dad is on his way home, so I thought I'd quickly nip up and open my Advent to show you, even though it's not daylight anymore. I have spent the day sleeping mostly. I did knit a few rounds on a sock this morning, but I just didn't feel up to it, so I just put a movie on and went to sleep. And since I woke up, I've continued working on that sock. I haven't actually done any of the hot water bottle as I intended, but that's okay. I might do some of that tonight to mix things up. I'm kind of on the gusset decreases of the second Gaverny sock by Little Loops, which is now, this pattern is now released, by the way, on Ravelry. I'll try and remember to link it down below, but if not, it is in my projects. Yeah, so I'm getting the gusset decreases done on that. And I like to just get them done. I don't like to put it down and forget where I am. I mean, I'm making notes to remember, but I just want to get them done and then just be on to the foot. I've told myself, once I've done that sock, I can order yarn to make myself and Dan's mum some Sunday socks, like indoor slipper sock type situation. It's the 9th today, so let's open 9. I haven't opened my chocolate because I haven't been eating chocolate. I haven't really eaten. I've had some toast. I've just been on tea today. I'm running on tea. Number 9 of the Camel's Yarn Advent is called Sea Oak. So I'm imagining brown. You'd think oak, but maybe sea oak is a different colour because it is not brown. Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know what it is at the moment. I used to not really like green, but I'm really into green colours. This is stunning and showing up very, very accurately. How gorgeous would that be in like a cardigan? I have a thing for cardigans at the moment. I don't really like to knit them, but they're very wearable. So pretty. We've got 3 more days on this first kind of section, and then we have got another section which are different colorways. I'm not sure, I think they all kind of blend in together. They're just on different cards. I think they're just broken down. Last year they were broken down into 4, this year 2. So yeah, that's the Advent. I haven't worked at all on my, I can't put words together, a dust of snow. Maybe I will do some of that later too. I don't know. I'm just going to see what I feel like doing. If I feel like crafting at all, then we'll see. I'm going to open this. I'm not going to show it to you because it's, you know, it's chocolate. But I'm going to open it. I've currently still got 2 on my desk. And I thought they were going to be like alternating in flavour, but they're not. I've now got 3 milk caramel sea salts sat on my desk. Yeah, so not really, I'll make that 4. Not done a lot today, but that's kind of the point of a sick day, right? Is to just put your feet up and rest. I've tried to play with Phoebe, but my dog just doesn't really like to play with humans. She likes to play with Dan, but I think that's because he plays rough. We've played some bubbles. She does really like bubbles. She has steak flavoured bubbles that my boss bought her for her birthday, which she loves. So we've played some of those and she's tried to catch them a little bit. She used to go nuts for them as a puppy. I don't know, maybe if we've overdone it on the bubble front, but now she just kind of stands there, and if they touch her or they're near her face, she'll pop them, but she won't run to catch bubbles anymore. But yeah, that's it. That is all I've done. I have no idea what my intentions are for dinner. I will just be driven by Dan probably because he'll be hungry and I won't be. yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go to work tomorrow. My boss has said she'll message me later to see how I feel, but I don't think there's anyone to cover me, so let's see how that goes. But I will be spending the rest of the afternoon sat on the sofa and knitting. I'll probably try and go out with Dan and Phoebe for a walk, because I think it's just really good to get fresh air and to get out, to clear your head, as much as I just want to hibernate and sit on the sofa. It's probably not very healthy. I was going to say something else off the back of that. I can't remember what it was. I don't know, it's gone. But I'm going to go and drink another cup of tea. And I'm not going to eat a chocolate, because it's pointless. Wasted on me in my current state. But I hope that you are having a great day, and I will most likely see you tomorrow now, because as I said, I'm going to be sat in my spot with my heated blanket on the sofa, and there's not going to be much to see. I might show you my sock or my project or whatever I'm working on, but I certainly won't be on to chat, because Dan is basically on his way. So I will see you all very, very soon, hopefully for something a bit more exciting than me just sitting here looking like this, chatting to you. Take care. Good morning. Hello, happy Tuesday. I'm looking as glamorous as ever. Phoebe and I are at the sofa. You gonna say hi? I've got my lemon sip. I have taken the children to school and walked Phoebe. I've checked in on work. There's nothing urgent. I've responded to my emails. So I'm going to sit and knit again for the day. I did a little bit yesterday in the afternoon. I felt a bit better after a nap. Been dosing myself up. It seems to be my sinuses, which is irritating. Always goes to my sinuses and my chest. Don't know why. Well, it goes to my chest because I'm asthmatic, but I don't know why all of a sudden it goes to my sinuses. It's done that since I've turned 30. If I get ill, it's now my sinuses. Anyway, all that to say is there's not going to be much, oh, an itchy nose, not much exciting content again today, because we're going to be here on the sofa, aren't we? Hey? Can you smell my lemon sip? Yes. So, I am working today, technically with the girls. I have to go pick them up from school, but it's literally an hour. I have to pick them up from school at 3:30, and they have a club at 4:30, which then finishes at 6:30, which is past my time, so I've got a runny nose and I can't find my tissue. So yeah, I'm going to go back and do that later on, and then come home again. I will quickly get them something together for tea, because their grandparents are picking them up at 6:30, and it would be easier if when they came home they just had something ready for dinner. So I'll get something sorted. I've been over and chucked some laundry on. When I took them to school this morning, I just quickly put a load on, so I'll go and sort that out. Yeah, so not a lot today, very exciting going on. What did I do yesterday? I did work on my second test knit sock, mostly. I did a little bit of work on the socks for the girls, but I'm changing my mind on those. The stripes are very big because I'm doing them on a smaller circumference, but I just don't know if they're going to wear them. I don't know if the wool's too scratchy. It's not obviously like superwash soft, but then this sounds really bad, but if I make them nice ones with nice yarn, then they'll love them and want more. Am I bad in thinking that? Whereas if I make them scratchy socks, then they won't want any more, and then that gets me off of knitting for them. That's really unkind, but that was where my thought process was going. So I'll see. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but then it does mean I don't have anything to go with their hot water bottles for Christmas. So yeah, I'm going to sit here and knit for a bit. I'm going to then go wash my hair, because I'm past the amount of days where I could not wash my hair. and I will probably take you with us later. We're gonna go, like I said, go back and do some laundry, and then go get the girls, take them to clubs, and then go for a walk. Dan is now away for the next few days, so it's just P and I. So we'll hunker down tonight and have an early night. I say early night, I never sleep very well when Dan isn't here, but we are at least chilled on the sofa early, so that's nice. But yeah, that's me for today. I'm gonna go do some more resting and drinking of my lemon sip, but I will see you later. Hello, it's me. I'm back. I am sat outside school. I did not wash my hair, so I thought, hey, let's wear a different hat. I will wash it tonight. I actually had a nap on the sofa this afternoon, so then I didn't really have enough time to wash it and dry it, you know, and all of that jazz. I have just been up to Boots and picked up a few essentials like tissues and hand gel and lip balm, all those little things. I got myself a strawberry milkshake from McDonald's, which I don't often do, but my throat hurts so much. It's just quite nice and cool and soothing, and I haven't really eaten a proper meal in the last few days, so I thought, why not? If that's what I fancy, I'm gonna have it. So I've popped back to work and dropped Phoebe off, and very excitedly hung up some laundry, put some more laundry on. Now I'm going to pick the kids up from school. I've got 20 minutes. I got the last spot in the lay-by, which I was quite happy about. Yeah, so I've got 20 minutes, and then I'll go pick them up, take them home, get them changed, get them to club, and then head home myself, which will be nice. Normally I stay till 6, but as I'm feeling rubbish and there's not anything to do, I mean, I'll whip them up some dinner, but other than that, I'm as free as a bird. I did some knitting on my second test knit sock earlier. I'm always going to call it the test knit sock. I mean, the test knit is over, but the Gaverni sock by Little Loops is its correct name. I am 1, 2, 3, 4, I think I'm 8 rounds away from finishing the gusset decreases, so I've got 8 rounds left, and then I'll be back to my normal number, and then it's just pattern on the top of the foot and stockinette on the bottom. So at that point it's a bit easier, because at the moment I'm obviously having to keep track of what row I'm on for the foot, but whether it's a decrease row or a knit row for the bottom part of the foot, if that makes sense. It kind of does to me. I guess that's all that matters. So I want to get back to like its normal number, so it's a bit easier around knitting. But I am going to do some hot water bottle tonight. When I get home, I'm going to block the first one. I've sewn in like all the ends. I've just got 2 black ends to do, and because the weather the weather's pretty grey, and I just normally have the little fairy lights on in the lounge, it's not very good visibility for sewing black ends into the yarn. I need to be careful where I do it, because it's on the neck of the hot water bottle, and when it's turned down, obviously I don't want you to be able to see what I've sewn in. So yeah, that's my plan. And then I'd like to block it, and then what I think I'm going to do is put the hot water bottle in it and fill it with warm water, therefore it should dry quicker. Me and my friend Jess were talking about that, and I had already thought about it, but I think she said she did it with one of hers, so although she just sprayed hers down to dampen it, but I think mine might need a proper submerge. It's very wibbly wobbly, the colour work. So yeah, that's that. That'll be my evening. I did buy myself a camembert and a kind of ciabatta part bake roll, because that's kind of my go-to when Dan's away, because he doesn't really like camembert and I love a baked camembert, so that's what I was going to do. I was going to bake it,
have the bread and everything, but I feel like it's wasted in my current state, so I probably won't eat that tonight. I'll see how I feel, maybe have that tomorrow. I might just have toast for dinner. Let's see, I'm not sure how I feel. But I hope you're having a great day, doing whatever it is that you're doing, and that you're doing some crafting of some kind. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure this year about gift knitting, and it's pressure I've imposed on myself, but I also really want to be able to give the gifts, so I just want to crack on through them so then I can knit things for myself. I did tell myself when I was done with all my gift knitting I could cast on my Dartmoor sweater, but realistically I have a lot of other whips, so I probably should finish at least one of those first, but off the top of my head I'm trying to see, because I have just cast on the Advent project, so yeah, it's probably not sensible to cast on another sweater, but maybe in the new year, let's maybe see what I can do once I've finished my gift knitting up until Christmas, and maybe in that weird time between Christmas and New Year, if I've made good progress, maybe I'll be able to. Anyway, I'm procrastinating and just randomly chatting now, so they are my thoughts. Welcome to my TED Talk. I am now going to go and sit here and probably read my book for the next 15 minutes before I have to go get the girls. But yes, I will speak to you later. Hello and good morning. This is not a very good light, is it? I look like death. I actually feel better today. It's Wednesday and this is another Vlogmas entry from my car. It's Wednesday. I just said that. We have dropped the children at school. We are now about to go for a walk. I washed my hair. I feel like that's a massive achievement in my current state. Yeah, we're about to go for a dog walk. I'm so bored of walking around on a lead with Phoebe on a lead. We've probably got 2 more days until she can go back to her regular dog walks with her friends. We used to, pre-season, we walk with some friends on the school run. After we've dropped the children at school, we meet on the common, and there's normally 3 or 4 of us, and the dogs just run wild and have fun and play, and it tires them out and it's incredible. Phoebe's just miserable. I think she just misses playing with her friends, and I'm just so sick of walking around and around and around. I've got through so many audiobooks, which is quite good, but yeah, I'm trying to mix it up and go to different places, but also places that aren't too busy because she's still technically in season. So I don't really want to go anywhere that's too busy where there might be a lot of dogs. But that being said, today I am probably in a very dog heavy area, but it's one of the places we haven't been to in a while. And yeah, I've got it. I'm just going a little bit insane. So we're going to walk around here. I know I'm feeling better this morning because I considered going to the bakery after dropping the girls at school. There is an amazing artisan bakery in the village where they go to school. The only downside is there's like 4 parking spaces and they're always taken when I go past. But they do the most incredible Christmas treats, and I haven't been yet since the Christmas treats have been out. So I feel like I'm missing out. So I must be feeling better if I fancy eating a Christmas treat. Dogs can go in there, so I could park up the street and take Phoebe, but again, she's in season, so it's normally quite busy and there's quite a lot of dogs, so I don't really want to do that because it's a bit risky. So I think my plan might be to walk around here. I'm near town today. I could pop into town, dogs are allowed in our local centre, and go get a coffee, but she doesn't like the lift and I have to go upstairs to get to Starbucks. She literally just that thing where like all 4 paws go out really wide and she starts shaking and I feel really bad, poor thing. So I probably won't, to be honest. I'll probably just go home and get something on Friday as a celebration for being able to join our friends. What else was I going to say? I totally forgot about Advent yesterday. I was going to do it before I went back to work to get the girls from school, because I thought, oh, that'll be good lighting, and then I got distracted by something. I don't even know what. And I didn't do it in the evening. By the time I got home, walked Phoebes, had dinner, sorted her out, went for a shower, washed my hair. I was in my pyjamas and I was like, oh, probably shouldn't record in my pyjamas. So we've got 2 advents to open when we get back today. Am I feeling well enough to work is the question. Probably, but I don't have a lot to do. I've got some emails I've seen come through, so I need to work on those. And I do have some branding stuff I should get on with, really. I'm just trying to blag it a little bit, so I might do a little bit of that today, because then I won't have to do too much on Friday. That's the only thing that's really making me think that, because if I don't do anything today, then I'll need to work on Friday, and who wants to work on a Friday? Yes, so I probably will get a little bit of my branding stuff done today. It's not very exciting. I've just got to turn some documents that are in our branding into another company's branding, so it's a lot of creative, a lot of PowerPoint, a lot of moving things around, and I don't really have the patience for it, I'll be honest. I'd love another day to just sit and knit, but it's real life and I probably should do some work. Yeah, the girls are on a normal 3:30 finish today, so no extra time for me, boo-hoo. I did work on my Gaverni sock last night and realised I've messed up, which is really frustrating. I don't know how I've done it, and I wasn't counting my decreases because I wrote down what I thought was right, and then I thought I had to repeat it 12 times. Turns out that is not the case, and now I have too few stitches, and so I'm going to need to rip back, but I need to rip back in that lace pattern, and I'm not that confident, and now I'm like, oh, so shoved it back in its bag and tried to ignore it for the rest of the night once I'd realised. So that's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. I did, however, start the colour work on the water bottle, so I would like to kind of whiz through that. What are we today? Wednesday. I'd like to try and get that finished by the end of the week so it can be blocking on Sunday, because then I can gift it on Thursday, because Thursday is my last day, so I can wrap them up and give them to the girls. Excuse me. Apologies. I think I said that Dan's away, so Phoebes and I have been on our own, and I don't sleep very well when I'm on my own with her. Although actually she come and kept me company last night, so she slept upstairs with me, which was really nice. Half the time she stays downstairs because I think she's expecting him to come back. Anyway, I'm procrastinating this walk because it's quite cold. It's not raining, but it is cold, and I'm not putting a hat on because I don't want to mess up my curls. First world problem. So I'm going to be a bit chilly, and I also only bought my gilet, which probably wasn't that wise, but it is what it is. I'll get moving, it'll make me walk faster, go and get this walk over with, and then we'll go home and we'll do advents, and we will see you there.
with you, I have a mountain of chocolates going on my desk just because I haven't eaten them. But let's open the Camel's Yarn Advent. We've got 2 days because I didn't open last night or yesterday. So we've got the 10th and the 11th. I keep doing that. I'm so bad with Advents. Last year, I think it was, I didn't even end up opening the rest of it. I think when I am vlogging, I'm more accountable to sit here and open it and to show it to you. But otherwise, I'm like, oh, I'll just open 5 in one go or whatever. And I don't actually do it, which is quite a shame because I love opening them. Oh, right, we're going to be in a bit of a higgledy-piggle here. What do we need? 10 and 11. You're going to have to bear with me a sec because they're all underneath now. I need to change it around, really, because now they are all like this on their side. So I need to find 10 and 11. Oh, great, they're still in order, so that's handy. I will just shimmy all that around in a minute. So number 10 is called Pebble Paths. Oh, yes, pebbly. Oop. Look at that. That is beautiful. It does look like a pebbly, like gravel path. I love that. Dan is actually currently in Cornwall with work. And he said he stayed in a really nice hotel last night. I don't remember where it is. I think it's called Driftwood. Or did I just make that up? No, I'm pretty sure it is. Because he sent me the link to it and said he was going to inquire about going there over kind of the Christmas period, because it's literally right on the seafront, and he said P would love it. So he's going to have a little look at that. Maybe we'll go over there. But yeah, this is obviously all Cornish themed, so it would be really lovely to go down. Number 11, Dog Cockle. I don't know what to expect for this. Oh, I might have to do a little bit of looking online. This is beautiful. To like put all of these words in and see what they come up with colour wise, to see how it matches with the yarn, like how Hannah's done it. That is so stunning. I am definitely going to treat myself in the new year to a sweater's quantity of one of these colours, but I don't know which yet. I think so far my favourite's been that brown one, but I can't remember which one it was. That's not really easy. I'll have to show you when I line them all up. But yes, I'm definitely going to do that because it will be stunning. I'm really into my neutrals and things at the moment. I have found the more I've vlogged, the more I've clearly found that I have some favourite clothes, because I think I've worn this a few times. It's just a really comfy, big, baggy, oversized jumper. And I love it. The only thing that lets it down is it doesn't have any pockets. But, you know, can't have it all, can you? Anyway, that's me waffling on. I am going to arrange these so that I'm not in the same predicament tomorrow. And I'm going to go and record a video. But, yeah, gosh, I've talked for 20 minutes. That was long and not intended. But, yeah, that's Advent for today. And I might see you later. I might not. It depends how eventful my day is. I don't imagine it's going to be very exciting. I'm literally now going to record a podcast or a 2025 plans video and probably sit in it. Let's face it, I'm not going to work. I'll just end up working Friday. My boss messaged and asked for us to get together to do something on Friday, like virtually. So I'm going to have to log in and work on Friday anyway, so I may as well just do it then. Right, I'm going. Have a wonderful day and I will see you later. We're ready for our walk. Are we ready, Phoebes? Should we go for a walk? Cool headgear. Hi. Come on. Okay, so tonight's solo dinner for one is camembert, scored and stuffed, well not stuffed, but you know, seasoned I guess with garlic, rosemary, honey and some salt. So I'm going to chuck that in the oven. This is mine. Ignore my dirty oven. I'm getting a new kitchen, so I'm not cleaning it. It's a good enough excuse for me. We'll set a 10-minute timer on that. And then Phoebe's delicious dinner. Doesn't it look appetizing? She thinks so. Ready, Phoebes? Can you sit? Good girl. And wait. Wait. Okay. Good girlie.
Gosh, I haven't spoken in a few hours and I really do think I'm losing my voice. Hi, it is Thursday afternoon and I have forgotten to do Advent. I am parked in a car park in a shopping centre, well, like a little retail park. I'm about to pop into Matalan to see if I can find a top or a jumper or something that I can wear to my work's Christmas party next week. I know I'm gonna wear some black high-waisted jeans and some boots, but I don't really know what to wear in the top half. I've got some things at home, but I just don't feel like they're very festive, and I feel like there might be something nice. I am going to town tomorrow with the girls for swimming lessons, but can't really traipse around the shops with them because A, there's not much time, and B, they find it really annoying, which I get. So I'm going to quickly pop into Matalan now and have a look. It's more of like a, I wouldn't say budget friendly, but you know, it's not very expensive. They tend to have some nice festive things, so I'm going to go and look in there quickly before I get the girls. But I thought I'd quickly do Advent now, because if I do it in the school car park, I risk getting caught talking to myself on my phone looking like a crazy lady. So the Camels Day on Advent Day 12 is called Voluta Musica. I don't know if I'm saying that right, apologies. But here it is, box number 12. Oh, it's really pretty. Very nice and tonal. I love the fact that when it's like hanked up, I'm now gonna look like a crazy because someone's parking next to me. I love the fact that when it's wound up, it's like one brown bit, one like it's in a pattern even when it's skeined up. I'm gonna put that away because someone's parking next to me and now they're gonna think I'm a total Fruit Loop. Yeah, so I love it. That's a beautiful colour. I am now going to pop into the shop. I'm going to take you with me, but I can't make any promises as to how good the footage is because I'm terrible in the shop because I'm so busy actually looking for things. Tends to be a bit like higgledy-piggledy, plus I'm always really conscious of like other people in the shop thinking like, why is this weirdo recording? So I'm going to have a look, see if I can, and if the footage becomes usable. Sorry, I'm just trying to open my Vaseline, I've got really dry lips. Yeah, let's go see if we can find anything that will work for my work's Christmas party. And then I'm going to go straight and get the girls because they finish school in about 40 minutes. So that's my plan. Let's go shopping. That's where we're going. Well, that was a total failure. They had nothing good in Matalan. It's all just very casual. They had a couple of Christmas jumpers, but I didn't really like them. So I quickly ran around to Tesco's, and they did have one green kind of silk material top that I liked, that I've got a picture of that I'll show you. But I think it's too dressy. It's probably not too dressy for a Christmas party, but knowing the guys that I work with, they're very casual, and I don't think they'll be that dressy. I did try it on over the top of my t-shirt. I took my jumper off, put it on over the top of this, and it did look really nice, and it's just the right length. You can kind of tuck it in but then pull it out and get a little bit of a overlap. I don't know what you call that, but it wouldn't be like proper tucked in, but it would look weird just hanging out. So I think you can like almost French tuck it and then pull a little bit out. Kind of wish they had it in red. I really want something red and like festive. What I really would like is a pretty high, I mean, I should have thought ahead and they could have made one, but you know, I don't do this. I panic at the last minute. I kind of want a knitted sweater that's oversized, that's round neck at the front but goes down into a V at the back with ribbon. I just think that would look really cute. I need to go into Next. I know that they'll probably have something like that, and I have looked online, but all I keep getting is like Shein and stuff. I'm like, I don't want to buy something from there. Shein and Temu, they've got thousands of them. And I'm like, yeah, I get it, but I'm not buying from there. I just want one in a regular shop. But that seems to be a pretty hard ask. But I'll have a quick look round. Might be able to get Jess into Next tomorrow, because I remember the little one has a party in town, so she's not going swimming. So we'll drop her at the party, and then it'll just be me and the older one. So she doesn't mind a bit of shopping. And normally we go to the coffee shop, and if she's got a biscuit, she's normally quite happy. So we'll probably just go and get, oh, that car's really close to my car. Yeah, we'll probably go and just get her a cookie or something, and she might allow me to just pop into Next real quick. Sorry, I'm on edge. The parents in this car park are really bad, and I've had people like crash into me before whilst trying to park, and it just, yeah, it just makes me really nervous. I'm just like, oh, you're so close to my car. Yeah, so I can always look around on Saturday, but Dan hates shopping, so that's almost worse than going with the kids, if I'm honest, because he will rush me. But yeah, total fail really, but it was worth having a little look just in case. They do have all of their Christmas pyjamas 50% off now, but they didn't really have any I liked in my size. This is Matalan, sorry. Yeah, it's a really grey, drizzly, rainy day. It's like that really misty, wet drizzle, if that makes sense. So I'm going to stay in the car as long as possible. I've got about 3 minutes, and I am probably going to eat this Lindt chocolate. My boss got given a box of Lindt chocolates yesterday, but she's gluten free and they had barley in them, so she was like, oh, here Luce, I'll put them on the table and help yourself. So it would be rude not to test them, just to make sure they're not poisonous for the kids when they get back. Yeah, so that's me. I don't know if I'll see you later. Dan is back, gotta walk the dog, gotta do all the things, and yeah, I might forget in the hustle and bustle of that, but if not, I will see you tomorrow because it's Friday. Bye. Today's day number 13, right? Yeah, Friday the 13th today. Anyone superstitious and believe that that's going to be a bad day for them? Personally, nothing bad has happened to me on Friday the 13th before, so touch wood, that's the case today. We're now on the second little pamphlet of the camel's yarn because we're on days 13 to 24, and this one is like a bluey themed, whereas the other one, the other one was like a pinky naturally theme. So I don't know if that indicates anything to do with the colours, but today's colour is called Cones and Volutes, I think. And
this is it. Oh, no, it doesn't mean there's much of a change in colour. Oh, there is a change, but you know, not a drastic change. That's terrible lighting. It's because I've got the big light on. I will show them you better. Oh, while I'm here, I finished the first hot water bottle cover. This is the Maxine hot water bottle pattern by the lovely Laura Penrose, and this one is for my eldest charge. She chose these colours based off of a project that we found on the Ravelry page. It does need blocking. It's very higgledy-piggledy and bumpy, but actually I haven't blocked it yet, mostly because I'm just procrastinating and being lazy. But my friend Jess from my knitting group blocked hers and said, don't do it, Lucy, don't do it. Do not submerge it in the water, because now it's a little bit baggy and she's a little bit annoyed by it. So I think I'm going to steam it with the iron, although my iron's really old. I'm not sure how good my steaming option is on there, but I might give it a go. If not, I'll spray mist it and then fill it with warm water. I mean, I don't want it to grow anymore because it's not tight, but it's not, you know, it's got a bit of give in it. So I don't want it to grow at all, really. And then the socks for the girls, I just don't really like them, and I just don't think that I'm going to love it. So I started with the Regia Perfect sock yarn that I was telling you about. But the stripes are so thick because it's probably intended to be cast on a bigger size. So obviously most adult socks are 64, 70-ish stitches, whereas I have done 52. And so the chunks are obviously much thicker, the stripes. So I don't think I like it. Hello! Happy Saturday! It is Saturday the 14th of December and it is 3 o'clock. I have not recorded all day. We have been to Windsor and it was heaving. I was going to video, but it was so busy. I just couldn't. I just wanted to get in and out and leave, get what we needed and come home. So that's what we've done. But I'll tell you about it. We went and I changed the trainers that I needed to change. They had them in stock, which was nice. Popped into M&S, had a little mooch around there, but it was a little one, so that wasn't very exciting. We popped into Waterstones. We grabbed a Starbucks. And what else did we do? Oh, I popped into the Works, which was quite fun. I got a couple of things from there. I'll show you those first. As I have said, I'm going to be into reading a little bit more in 2025. I love reading, but don't often get much time for it. That's not true. I don't make time for it, which is kind of my New Year's resolution. So I have sorted out my Goodreads account, which I'll link down below because I did share it on Instagram and say, hey, if you want to be my friend on Goodreads, then here's my link, kind of thing, because I don't really use it. I haven't used it very well, but it's nice to kind of have a record of what I've listened to, listened to or read. I haven't actually done any of the audio books on there, but what I've read and what I want to read, because I keep finding like videos on TikTok or BookTok or whatever they call it, about like suggested reads, and so I have taken all of the ones from there that I like the idea of and put them on a shelf on my want to read on my Goodreads. So, and I have also added all of the books that I currently have here that I haven't read also in my want to read shelf. So I'm trying to be a bit more organised because I think that will help me. But I did pop into the Works and they had a couple in there that I like the look of that were reasonably priced. I went into Waterstones and they have loads in Waterstones, but is it just me or is Waterstones like super expensive? Like, I know it's nice and it's good to go in there and support and get a book, and I quite like a physical book, but when you can order it on Amazon, dare I say, for like half the price, it kind of puts me off. Most of the ones I was looking at were buy one get one half price, but I still didn't get them. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I did spend a fair amount of money in Waterstones last week, so I don't feel too bad. But I did get 3 books, well I actually got 5, but I got 3 for me in the works. So I went ahead, I hadn't planned to get these, I just liked the look of them while I was there. The Dream Home by T.M. Logan. I've read one of their books before and really liked it. So I kind of like a thriller, crime, mystery type book, and this said from the master of the Up All Night thriller. I'm pretty sure the one I read from him before, I can't remember. I'm saying him, I'm presuming it's him, but I don't actually know if it is. That's a really bad presumption of me, isn't it? It is, yeah, got a picture. But I've read one of his before and really enjoyed it, so I got that one. And then I was looking at videos and I was like, oh, I don't actually have any like Christmas books to read. And although it is halfway through December, I feel like with the time off I've got in between now and, or will have between now and the new year, I'll probably have time. So The Killer's Christmas List by Chris Frost looked pretty good to me. Yeah, so I picked that one up too. This one I think was £3. This one was in the 3 for £6, but I couldn't find 3 in that section I wanted, so it was just £2.50. And then this one's highly recommended from what I've seen on Book Talk, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. This one seems to be a favourite. And this was £5. So I got that one too. So I got those 3 for me. I'm going to add them to the chest of drawers here. I do want to get, I don't know if I told you that. I always second guess myself. I do want to get some shelves. I found some on IKEA that I quite like, so I'm going to ask Dan about that. But I also got books for the girls because I've got their hot water bottles as their gifts, but the socks I don't love. I'm not going to do them. My heart's not in it. I'm not making them. So I wanted to get them something extra to go with their gift rather than just a hot water bottle. And I don't really like buying sweets and just like random plastic tat. So when I was in there, I did see these couple of books and thought, oh, they'll probably quite like those. So stories for 7-year-olds, for the 7-year-old. And Tom Fletcher's A Christmasaurus, Carol. So yeah, I think the 9-year-old will probably quite like that one. It's about Ebenezer Scrooge cancelling Christmas. But anyway, the Christmasaurus are on the case and determined to track down Scrooge and stop him from ruining the most magical day of the year. So that'll be really cool. So I'm going to wrap those to go with their hot water bottles. But I was hopping on to open our tent. That's what I actually came for. I just got a little bit sidetracked by my spending. I keep trying to read my Kindle, and I've read like 3 books on my Kindle in the last month. And I find it's really useful, particularly when I'm like laying in bed, because you've got like the backlight on it and you don't need to have like a table lamp or anything on, so it's not distracting for anyone else. And it's quite nice of a morning when I go down early with P to not have to put a light on. I can just sit there in the corner under my blanket with the backlight on, reading my Kindle and having my coffee. But there's nothing like a proper good book in your hands, is there? Like the smell of the book, of the pages, yeah, you can't beat it really. Anyway, I'll stop talking about books now because this is not a book video. This is meant to be a knitting video, but it is like a vlog, so, you know, welcome to my life. This is what my brain does. It flits from one topic to another all the time. It's the 14th, as I have said, and the Camel's Yarn Advent colourway for today is Crab Tracks. Interesting one. Let's see what this could be. Number 14. Ooh. I'm so excited by all these colours. I tried to get the daylight again, but this is looking more yellowy on camera than it actually is. Maybe because I've got the main light on. But it's very pretty indeed. I did actually say, didn't I, that I was going to put them all together to show you today, because it's the end of the week and I'll upload this tomorrow. Okay, well, let's do that. So 14, 13, 12. I need to find the others because I buried them. I think they might be over this way. 11, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 9, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's 8. I need 9. No, that is 9. 8. Right, got it. Let's do that. Let me just move this slightly out of the way. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I really need to organise this room. I'm just running out of space. It's chaos in here. Right, let me get a needle. Alrighty, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, I need to do it the other way. 14, 13, 10, 9, and 8. Okay, this is this week. So I did 1 to 7 last week, 8 to 14 this week. Ooh, look, I forget about the colours and the moodiness of them. And then at the end, as I have always done, I will lay them out and do a picture of them all together. Look, I love this green. I'm really excited to see how they're going to look all laid out together. Also, this took a little bit of a, not a jump, but it's still got green in it, but it definitely, obviously isn't a fade. It definitely does jump from a darkish colour to a lighter colour. So I'm wondering if that's 9. No, okay, never mind. Ignore my thought process. 11. Oh, these browns. 12. It's still absolutely stunning. 13. 14. Okay, here we have it. These are this week's colours. So we have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And, oh, I'm losing my papers. Hold on, bear with me. Let's just go over them. So this is Tangles and Dulce. Tangles and Dulce. Sea Oak. Pebble Path. Dog Cockle. Voluta Musica, Cones and Volutes, and Crab Tracks. Aren't they gorgeous? They're so, so lovely. Love them. Hannah does such a fabulous job every single time. Talking about that on Zoom with my friends last night. They were like, oh, what are you going to do with it? I was like, I have no idea. I just know whatever I'm going to do with it. It's going to be stunning. It's just going to be amazing. So yeah, that's it for today. Dan walked Phoebe this morning. We went for breakfast. Everywhere's just hideous. Like, I don't know what I expected, but obviously I knew I was going to be busy, but everywhere's just really rammed and there's just people everywhere. And we went to the pet shop on the way home to buy her some more food, and that was actually the quietest place. And it's in a garden centre, so I thought, oh, that's going to be heaving, but we've got a space in the garden centre, like, as soon as we walked in. And it was dead in there. So wow, very surprised, because most weeks leading up to Christmas anyway it's been hideous. But I guess most people aren't going shopping for decorations and things now because they've done it. But yes, she is stocked up on food. We are going to go and walk her again in a bit before it gets dark. We're going to go to one of her favourite places where she can go off lead. I took her there the other day on the lead, but it's not as fun on lead. So she can run absolutely riot and she can go swimming in the lake and chasing the ducks. It's quite funny. She swims out and chases the ducks, but they're not scared of her at all. They swim towards her and then she freaks out and starts swimming back to us. It's like she's afraid of the ducks, which is quite funny. But yeah, not a lot of content today, unfortunately, because I did think that I would be able to record whilst I was out, but I couldn't face it. There was just people everywhere and I was getting a little bit stressed and overwhelmed because there's, you know, it was great though in Windsor. I've not been there, but there was people singing in the street and yeah, all sorts of fun going on. Yeah, so we're going to walk Phoebe, then we'll come home. I'll get some downtime for knitting and then have dinner and do some more knitting. I finished the book I was reading this morning, The Christmas Tree Farm. It was okay. I think I only read it because I read the other two, so I feel good now that I finished the set. But I've started to read, I think it's called I Let You Go by Claire McIntosh. Highly recommended from a lady that I follow over on Instagram and TikTok. She's got a book profile, book talk, whatever you call it. Anyway, she loves thrillers, and so I was like, oh, I'm following her, so now I'm just literally reading everything that she's recommending. Yeah, so I started a new book this morning. I'm feeling really good about that. I'm like just carving out time. It's good for the brain. I did a little bit of tinking back on my Gaverni sock in the car because I made an error whilst I was tinking back talking on Zoom last night with my friends. But because I was going backwards, it didn't really matter because I was just able to pick up from the next stitch and figure out where I am. I am down a stitch, but I think it's because I've dropped a yarn over. But again, I'm going back, so I should be okay. I should see where I've dropped to and go and get it. But I was feeling a bit nauseous doing that in the car because I think I was looking down too much whilst trying to figure out what I was doing. So I had to put it down and actually make conversation with my husband. Yes, so that's me for today. I will probably get some footage of our walk with Phoebe, and then tomorrow we don't actually have very many plans, which is really nice. We need to put the lights up out the front of the house, and I kind of feel it's a bit pointless at this point, but I really want to do it. We've had the lights for a couple of years and we've never put them out, and I didn't put them out this year because I needed to get new sticky things to attach them, and then by the time they arrived on Amazon it's been really wet and obviously they're not going to stick. My tension rod came loose and my glass baubles didn't shatter, but it did all fall down, so the garland is still up there looking very wonky, but I need to put the tension rod back up now the Storm Dara has gone, and put the baubles back up and now do the lights. So I think that's on our agenda for tomorrow because we don't have enough time to beat the light now before we take little Miss Phoebes out. But yeah, that, and then Dan's parents are coming for a roast tomorrow, but other than that we have no plans. I mean, I probably should tidy my house. Oh, and I do need to wrap some presents. So I guess all in all it is a pretty busy day, but it will be a nice and slow start to the day, I'm sure. I guess at some point too actually I need to go and get some food. Oh golly, I thought it was going to be a quite a slow day, but now I rattle off all those things, there's only so many hours in the day. Yeah, alright, ignore me. I guess it will be pretty busy tomorrow, but I'll take you with me where I can. Yeah, and I'll put some snippets in of the rest of our day, but other than that I will see you for Advent tomorrow.